Hey everyone, so like I said yesterday, we've got one more species of falcon to talk about. That's the Lanner Falcon, which is not found here in Alabama. Now, if you've been to any of our football fans and feather shows, you've seen this falcon flying around. She's one of the crowd favorites because she does really nice, impressive loops around our amphitheater. So we're going to talk a little bit more about her today. So this is our Lanner Falcon, L-A-N-N-E-R. And like I said yesterday, Lanner Falcons aren't native here to the U.S. They're found over in Africa and the Middle East. And so when our facility first opened up, falcons are a little bit hard to come by in rehabilitation facilities, and all of our birds are non-releasable for some reason or another. And so instead of waiting years possibly to get a falcon that was non-releasable, we actually bought two exotic falcons, and Percy is one of them. So her name is Persephone, or Percy for short. She's been with us since about 2003. So she's getting up there in age. They can live to be about 20 or so years old. So she'd be a great grandma by now, probably. Now, falcons are very visually orientated. What she's got on her head is that is a hood. And so that hood, it covers her eyes, works as a blindfold, keeps her calm, keeps her quiet. Percy is very talkative. I'll take it off a little bit later, but I wanted to be able to talk to you without her interrupting me constantly. We actually have a hood for Captain America. It's a really tiny hood, but I decided that he wasn't as talkative as Percy, and so I just kind of worked through all of his talking. But this one, Persephone, she is really talkative, and so I've got that hood on right now, and like I said, it just takes away her vision. She can still hear me, but she can't see me. And since they're so visually oriented, when they see something, they want to go. They've got a lot of built up, stored up energy, which they have to have, because like I said, they're chasing other birds. You know, you can't have a lazy falcon. Lazy falcons don't survive. And so these birds have all that stored up energy, and so when you blindfold them, it just kind of keeps them calm, keeps them quiet. Now, like I said, in the past, these birds have those really long toes. Those long toes are perfectly made to reach out and grab or snatch into all those birds. And so those long toes provide a large surface area. Kind of like basketball players. You know, best basketball players have really big hands. The best football receivers have really big hands. Baseball players, they wear a glove on their hand to make it easier to catch the ball. Falcons all have long toes so that they can reach out and smack into other birds. Her toes are about a fourth the length of her body. So 4 toes make up the entire length of her body. If I had toes that were a fourth the length of my body, my toes would be over a foot long. I'd be wearing clown shoes right now, but they're not. And so these birds have those really long toes so they can reach out and grab or smack into birds easier. Now, I've taken that hood off so you can see underneath it. You can see her eyes. If you look right underneath her eyes, you'll see a black stripe of feathers. All falcons tend to have either that black stripe of feathers underneath their eyes or their entire head is covered in black feathers. That's for the same reason that outdoor athletes put those black stripes, either the sticker or the grease, underneath their eyes. It prevents the sun from glaring into their eyes. These birds can't afford to be blinded by the sun. If they get blinded by the sun, they're going to lose sight of that bird that they're chasing after. They'll never be able to catch up with it again. And so these birds have to have everything they need in order to catch those birds successfully each and every time they go out hunting. I don't know how many of you have ever tried to catch a bird with your toes, but if you have, you probably weren't very successful. It takes a lot of work in order for these birds to catch other birds with their toes. They've got to be really fast. They've got to be strong. They've got to be able to keep their eyes on that bird at all times. And so these birds have to have everything they need in order to catch those birds successfully each and every time they go out hunting, which they usually are. Now, Peregrine Falcons are the ones that are reaching those incredible speeds over 220 miles per hour. They're doing that straight down dive. Lanner Falcons actually tend to do more of a horizontal pursuit. They really don't dive down as much as some of the other falcons do. So they're not going to be reaching those incredible speeds of over 200 miles per hour, but they are still really fast. Now we can do a full 360 on her like I've been doing. so you can see the back of her body. These birds have really, really long pointed wings. You know, like I said, they're not made for soaring. Their wings are made for diving down. Again, Lanner Falcons aren't diving down so much as like the Peregrine, but they still have the same body shape as all those other falcons. And so these birds are incredible hunters, catching all of those birds flying around in the sky, whatever it might be. And so these birds are really great hunters. So that's a little bit about Lanner Falcons. These last few days we've covered a lot about falcons. That's actually all the falcons we have though. Percy turned me into a little bit of a liar. She was on her best behavior for the camera today. She actually didn't really talk that much, but you'll just have to take my word for it. She's very talkative, but today she was on her best behavior for everyone. Now, thanks for tuning in. Everyone, keep watching and sharing these videos. Hopefully you're enjoying them. I've been getting lots of great feedback, so thank you everyone for all your feedback on these, and just really appreciate everyone watching them. War Eagle.